I just don't think that having your arms and legs cut off would be very fun, you know, just personally. Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Elden Ring. In the last episode, we defeated Godric the Grafted, and we did a bunch of other stuff, and in this episode, we're going to continue on our adventure and do other stuff. Capiche? Capiche? We capishin'? Okay. So first we're going to come over here and talk to this guy who's going to develop back problems from how he's standing.
You. What is it?
And I guess we're going to sort of get some information about our different people that we got to kill. But first let's see what he has to say about Godric.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already. So, despite being
Okay,
the blood
nothing
of his
else
castle
left
lies
to
upon
say.
the cliff, I suspect
Radahn.
General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
About Rickard.
Praetor Rykard is the lord
Rykard.
of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
About Morgoth.
Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Leyndell, the capital city. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there, until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
About Rennala.
The Academy of Rhea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Rennala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. But Rennala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the Amber Egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
And I know that Nefeli is not somebody we have to kill, but she's your daughter, so tell me about her.
I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
Alright. So now we've gained a bunch of information. Still can't talk to this guy. Although I can sort of try and look at his face a little bit more. Oh yeah, I can't tell if that's just his face or if that's a helmet. Looks like he has breathing problems. So we've obviously done quite a bit now. And by quite a bit, I mean not very much. And so now we kind of have to figure out where the hell to go now. Isn't that fun? So is there anybody else that we have to talk to here at the Round Table Hold? I don't think so. I think we talked to everybody last time.
Always good to see you safe. So, What do you need?
I need 10,000 butts. That was not a funny joke in the slightest. So, I believe that in this episode, we are going to continue our adventure, like I said 1,000 times over. But I don't know how to get to all the, like, people that he mentioned. Obviously, there's directions to go in, you know, east, west, north, and south. But I don't know which way to go. But we're gonna go here. And that's a start. So that we can adventure out into the wild wilderness. So I was playing a little bit with my other character, and I found some stuff. Not anything super important, and it's not anything pertaining to our people that we have to kill, but there's some stuff that would be probably good to look at.
You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
Excuse me? And I also found this thing, and by found I mean I have no idea.
Yeah, you there?
Like there's this
Pretending you can't see me.
Like, there's this guy. He's not this goat, is he? No.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye?
Yeah.
I'm not that ugly, am I?
So, like, there's a guy over here somewhere, and I can't talk to him because I have no idea where he is. Like, all these people are all... like... there's nobody here. And yet he's speaking as though he is right there, so I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do there.
Oi! You there?
So we're gonna come back for that later. But we're going to continue on this pathway. Yeah, we're gonna continue on down this way, and we're gonna get some stuff. I apologize if the commentary seems a little disjointed so far. It's been a little bit since I played, and so I kind of forgot what I was doing a little bit, which is fine. Everything's cool, but we're gonna come down here, and then we're gonna explore this place a little bit, and then after that, we're gonna go back and look through the little catacombs, in Stormvale Castle, and maybe explore through there a little bit more. But as you can see, this is Lake Agil, or Argil, something. It said that on the map. And there's some stuff to get in the lake, but we're not going to do that just yet. What we are going to do, however, is we're going to head underneath this bridge right here, which looks really cool. It also looks very scary. Mushroom, fire grease, skeletons. And now we're just going to continue on through the river. Also, once again, I'm just gonna say, as I've said 1,000 times so far, god damn, this game is pretty. And we cannot continue on Torrent any further. But there is a cave. Most curious. Invaded by bloody-fingered Narugus. Regis? Narugius? I got no idea. Hey pal, how are you? You know, that's very rude of you. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, that's cool. Everything's fine. I thought that he would do less damage. Bloody Finger Hunter Euro was summoned.
Bloody finger. The end is nigh. For you. And your sister.
Everything's cool. Everything's dope. And I'm sure we're not gonna die, especially with this guy helping us, with his weird hat. It's like a basket. It's like a laundry basket. He's walking around with a laundry basket on his head. I should have known. It's very important to keep your laundry clean in the lands between. And now he's dead. Thanks, pal. And we got Reduvia. Bloody Finger blah 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 has died. With his objective completed, Bloody Finger Hunter Yura returned to his world. So, we now have two options. We can go further down the river, and okay, fine, and we can go in this cave. And we're gonna do both, but right now we're gonna go in the cave first. Which is a nice, scary looking cave. Murkwater Cave is the name of the cave. Cave, 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 cave. Reach out and touch grace. Luckily, this cave is pretty small, but there's some stuff in here that we want to get. Pack ahead. And a bunch of bloodstains. Be wary of group. Bell. I ain't hear no bell. Okay, everything's cool. Kinda hard to see, but whatever. I'm just gonna keep stabbing until things die. Well, nothing quite like leaving a bunch of bodies in your wake. There's a path down that way, which, if we look through here, we will see leads to a boss, which we will go to here in a second. But we're actually going to go down this way first, which is cool. Fun fact, I actually didn't look down this pathway with the other character. I just kind of went straight to the boss and ignored this chest. Why is it always mushroom? Why is it always something incredible? These are explosive barrels, so I'm just going to smash those. Just so that I don't get blown up. Mushroom. 5 mushrooms. Okay, well, it looks like I didn't actually miss out on anything particularly important. Unless I can do something cool with the mushrooms. I haven't actually looked into the crafting much at all. I guess we'll find that out later. Or I'll probably look at it off camera, rather than just stumble around aimlessly in the menu. Seems familiar, but try to stay calm. Lovable sword ahead. But there's nothing. Just a big ol' hole in the ceiling. And nothing. Do it. Perhaps we should look in this chest.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin. All of it.
So a familiar sight to those of you who've played these games before. Patches. Who's just a friendly little guy. Never would hurt a fly, ever. And so he's a little boss in this, which is nice. It's always fun to kill him. You wanna run that by me again there, pal? No, apparently he does not. Oh boy. That's what I get for underestimating him. I die. Took me 2 attempts with the other character, too. Attempt number 2. We just have to avoid the kicking attack, and we'll be fine. I have no idea what the fog does, but I can only assume it's not good. Stabby, stab, stab. Healy, heal, heal. I suppose I'd be more scared of the spit fog thing if I got hit by it.
Wait, please! I surrender! White flag and all!
Alright, fine. You get to live. For now.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Ah. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished, like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. An innocent mistake, I assure you. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on?
Should we forgive him? Do you think we should kill him? These are the things that we ask ourselves every day. We wake up and we think, should we kill our enemies? It's obviously something very difficult for me, but I think in this case, we forgive and forget.
A true man of reason. Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. And they're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
So if we come back here later on, he'll have a little shop set up, which is cool. Granted, I have no idea what he sells, because I haven't gotten that far with the other character, but you know, it's fine. I've also come to the realization that I need to record more frequently, because it's been, like I said earlier in the episode, it's been a couple days since I recorded, which normally isn't that big of an issue, but I feel just completely disjointed. So I apologize if this episode is a little weird. But you know, it's not my fault and you're gonna have to deal with it. But we are gonna continue down this way and explore the rest of this river before we go back to Stormvale Castle and investigate the area beyond the boss arena. And you can see bodies. Nice, nice bodies. And laundry basket guy. Hey.
Just joining the fray, tarnished. Well, we fought Nereus and survived. That alone deserves commendation. I'm Yura, hunter of bloody fingers, tarnished, held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots, who stalk their own. You stay the path. You're certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade. One last word of warning. Stay clear of Agil Lake. The great dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again, if fate permits.
So he seems nice. Perfectly calm and chill. Why is it always mushroom? No idea why there's all these bodies here, but we're going to continue on, because there's another small dungeon up here that I'd like to get. And a skull. And a bunch of bones. Which, you know... Whoa, my lord! Never anything bad that came out of that. Oh my gosh, he scared the shit out of me. Oh my gosh. That was terrifying. And these guys come back to life because of course they do, because they're skeletons. But this little slimy dude takes like no damage, and he scares the crap out of you, and he's generally a bad person, and he sucks. So, even though I could run past him and it would be fine, I think that this slime deserves to die, specifically for having scared me. Hefty beast bone, and glass shards. Okie fucking dokie. Rat. And a poison bloom. No idea what those are good for, but probably has something to do with poison. Now, sprint spring jumping. Jump while on horseback near a sprint spring to ride its current high into the air. You won't take damage from jumping into a sprint spring while on horseback, even from a great height. A while on sprint spring, horseback, sprint spring jump, yada yada yada. That completely distracted me. Yeah, there were skeletons back there, and the skeletons would probably try to kill us, but we're gonna just continue on this way because they're slow, and the slimes are even slower, and so because of that they pose no threat to us, and we're just going to continue to be the master of killing everything. Underground tomb ahead. What I want to know is why all these tombs have the exact same wooden doors. Just seems like a bit of an architectural flaw. The Murkwater Catacombs. Reach out and touch grace. I would have more hesitance to do multiple dungeons in one episode. But the cave wasn't really that big, and this one is also not that big, so I see no problem with doing both in one episode. And in this one, we get our wonderful friends, the gargoyles, back. Who actually don't seem to like being stabbed much, like with a pokey sword. With our slashy sword, they seem to not be particularly upset by it, but the pokey sword seems to be effective. Who doesn't like poking people? Give them a good old pokey poke poke. Don't think there's anybody else here. So, be wary of trap. There's a way that way with a big old door, and a way this way with these guys, and a big old platform, and by platform I mean button. So if we could just get these guys to come a little bit closer, we could get them to be hit by the trap, which would be nice. I don't know how I avoided being hit there, but it's really amazing, because I'm amazing at everything. And I think there's only this guy left. So we're just going to continue, walk up to his butt, and stab it. And by butt, I mean face. They're basically the same thing, so it doesn't really matter much. Root resin, and a lever. Isn't it lever? Somewhere a heavy door's opened. Specifically that heavy door. Be wary of trap. Be wary of trap. Be wary of trap. And as you can see, there's another big-ass button. I don't know if there are more than those two. Okay, well, that's fine. Thanks, Trap. Ow. Oh! That's cool. I'm not hurt at all. I didn't die to those guys the other time. This also shows me that I really shouldn't go through too much with the other characters because I'm not sure what to talk about when I'm not just straight up reacting to things. So, I don't know, man. Life is confusing, and I am constantly confused by it. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't think anybody knows what they're doing. I think anybody who claims to know what they're doing is lying. And now we'll traverse the mist. Grave Warden Duelist. Duelist these nuts. Now, he looks very intimidating, and he does do a bunch of damage, but he can be backstabbed, which is kinda like, you know, so long as we don't get hit too many times in succession, we should be fine. And that attack's kinda scary, and that one is kinda scary too. But again, look at how much damage we're doing to him. Like, so much damage. Oh, my butt. That's another big chunk gone. And stab. Whoops. And stabbed again. Oh, I thought I was going to get to poke him one more time. Vanished Knight Ingval. Apparently we collected Bill Ingval from this guy. Who would have known? But I don't think there's anything else worth getting over here. Liar ahead. It's probably just nothing important if I had to guess. But now we can return to the entrance. Several souls heavier. And you know, actually, even though I said that we were going to return... What? I said we were going to return to the catacombs now, but I also wanted to check out Patch's shop. But also jellyfish? I feel like I shouldn't have stabbed the jellyfish. Okay, yeah, the jellyfish are terrifying. Okay, we're going back to Patches, because hopefully that's safe. Which I realize is not a good thing to say, because Patches does not make us safe in the slightest. But I'm hoping that because the bonfire's there, we'll be slightly safer. I have no idea what's up with those jellyfish, though. Gonna just run past these guys again. I hope they won't follow me in here. Nah, they seem to hit an invisible wall. Hey, Patches, old chum.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patch's Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything's top-notch.
About the bandits.
Yeah, I had those bandits make a clean break. Now they're all suppliers, and good ones at that. I mean, they don't understand a word I'm saying, but it hardly matters. We have a natural connection. They're all foot soldiers, survivors of a defeated army, worked to the bone by their high and mighty lord, only to be thrown out with the rubbish. It's the same old story everywhere I go. To hell with it all.
That chest.
Wondering what's inside the treasure chest. Well, it's nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very valuable customer. But then again, it would fetch some spectacular coin. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Huh? Everything is give and take. Give and take.
Alright then. Let's see what he sells. Gold pickled fowlfoot. Fan daggers throw fanned out knives at enemies to inflict damage. That's cool. Margit's shackle briefly binds Margit once imprisoned to earth. A fetish bathed in golden magic. Shackles were used to bind the accursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular omen under strictest confinement. Though faint, the shackles still retain vestiges of power, enough to trap the once bound Margit on Earth, if only for a short time. So I believe that probably would have helped us with Margit the Fell. Would have been nice if I had known that a couple episodes ago, but you know, whatever, I'm not hurt. Grace Mimic. Fetish indicating the guidance of grace. Craftable item. Similar to grace, this fetish draws rays guiding the way, only without any sense of order. Useful as a last resort for those who have lost their way, or for use by those who believe that unrefined guidance will lead to truer encounters. Glass shard. Throw calling finger remedy. Bloody finger. No ashes, no crafting materials, no bolstering materials, key items. He sells a stone sword key. And a missionary's cookbook. A record of crafting techniques left by a man who, unable to become a finger maiden, instead became a missionary and went forth to spread holy teachings. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: script stone, grace mimic, and gold pickled fowlfoot. No sorceries, incantations, ashes of war. He sells a parrying dagger and a horse crest wooden shield. The circular horsehead design evokes a swift gallop. Great arrow, ballista bolt. Sacrificial twig will be lost on death in place of runes. Oh, so it's like the rare ring of sacrifices from Dark Souls. So, there's not a huge amount that I want here, but I am going to pick up the cookbook, because I feel like that'll be useful.
Cheers for that. Forgot something on your shopping list? No. Cheers for that.
Well, part of me wants to open this up, I'm not gonna lie. Read message, be wary of danger. Yeah, I'm not gonna open it, as much as I want to, because he's right there. If I could get away with it, I probably would, but I don't think I can get away with it, so whatever. Ugh.
Always a... Perhaps you don't need to hear this, but see that no harm comes to my kin. We have a saying, we wanderers, lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But if anyone dares harm us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak. Just the way we are, deeply unforgiving.
Well, I just came back here to see if there was anything worth buying from him, but that gives us a very important piece of information to not stab him, which isn't really something I was going to have trouble with, as we like Santa Claus. Who doesn't like Santa Claus? I am also going to pick up these cracked pots, so that way I can make more firebombs, which I realize is not something I've done so far, but, you know, I'm sure I'll do it at some point. I'm also curious, actually, before we go back to, Stormvale, I'm curious to see if this guy will say anything new. And he's not there anymore. Find yourself maidenless, off to Liurnia with you. Seek the Rose Church. west of the gate town. The Rose Church west of the gate town. I mean, there's the Gatefront ruins. Stormhill. Oh, I should also go back to... Man, there's so many places that I need to go, and I didn't go to them. But is there anything else worth picking up out here? Also, why was this guy just out here in the middle of nowhere? Just waiting for me to come out of this place. Also, that looks freaky, but whatever. Also, wait, I just noticed... Oh my god. Everything's so confusing. Let's go back to here so that we can give the chrysalid memento thing to what's-her-face. Stormhill. Hey, pal. I killed the grafter people.
A pleasure to see you. Did you give the little chrysalids the message? That I love them, and that despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough.
I will give the chrysalids memento.
What's this? A keepsake? From my men? Oh, goodness me. I can't... They all believed in me. They all thought I'd make something of myself. Me, who can't do anything. I think I'll head to the Round Table Hold. Perhaps I'll find my purpose there. I think I'll head to the Round Table Hold. Perhaps I'll...
Okay, well, going to the Round Table Hold is an infinitely preferable fate to having your arms and legs chopped off. I mean, at least in my personal opinion, I'm not gonna drag anyone's preferences, but, you know, I just don't think that having your arms and legs cut off would be very fun, you know, just personally. So, we've done a bunch of cleaning up, and we found patches, which is cool. So I guess what we're gonna do then, Gatekeeper Gestak, is go back to the Godric the Grafted bonfire, and take a brief look-see down into the passage underneath the throne room, which hopefully will not be a huge endeavor. You got anything new to say, pal?
Now, I can I?
No, you don't. Also, I was reading online, and as it turns out, while it doesn't seem like he betrays you, the guy, it actually, every time you die in Stormvale Castle while he's alive, he steals 30% of your souls. Which is, you know, fun. Perfectly fine and acceptable. And if I had asked him to, and if I had said that I was going through the main gate, he would have opened that. So, there's lots of things that you discover when you don't do what I do, apparently. But we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna take a look-see. And we're gonna avoid that lag. And there's no stairs or anything. Oh, but there is a ladder. I was like, we'll jump down. Everything will be fine. But there's a ladder. Fellas? Who the hell are you? Maiden. Dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. What? ... Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. I don't even know how to respond to that. That's amazing. I assume these are his grapes. I'm not a maiden, but, you know, grapes. Shabriri grape. Visions of pathetic sword. I'm genuinely curious. What do the grape do? Poison bloom, yada yada yada. Where be the grape? Golden seed. Yeah. Yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and the inside is squishy, not unlike a large, overly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. Excuse me? So it's somebody's eyeball, which is fun. I have no idea why... Oh, that guy just died for no apparent reason. I have no idea what blind maiden to give the thing. I mean, part of me thinks that would be Melina, but she's not blind, she's just missing an eye. So I have no idea. Roses are red, violets are blue, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Left, ladder. Well, yes, that from that direction, yes. But I'm not coming from that direction. Raise the tarnished. First off, well done, but time for trio. Wow. Wow. Liurnia of the Lakes. Wow. Game be pretty. Reach out and touch grace. Well, we did accomplish a good amount this episode. I apologize if the commentary was disjointed at all. I'm still kind of feeling out of it for whatever reason. But we met patches, we killed a bunch of bosses, we explored some dungeons, we talked to a bunch of people, we did some cleanup of various things that we had to do. I know that there's still stuff that I'm missing in Stormvale Castle, just because I don't think I explored it very well, but I don't know how important those things are. Like, they might just be like random weapons that I won't end up using or stuff like that. So I might do a little bit of investigating, and if there's anything super important that I missed, I'll show you guys. But if there's not, there's not, and I see no reason to take time out of an episode to explore a place we've already explored. So next time, we'll probably either explore this area some more, which is very pretty looking, or we'll go over to the east of Limgrave, because that's the only other place where I know some stuff. I don't know a lot, but I do know where to find the map that expands this area, so, you know, whole bunch of stuff to do, whole bunch of game left to play. I'm having a hell of a time. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, any of which would mean the world to me, and I do so hope that you enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one.